Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Waters of the Deep. Picking up from our nasty cliffhanger last week that left many players upset with how I ended the episode. Basically, just the lack of information, but that's okay. Um, Silt and Taddy had ventured into an underdark city controlled by all sorts of various races, from Duergar to Drow to goblins and kobolds. There's even some humans down there, albeit significantly paler. As you walked through the city, a troll or two was noticed. So there's a couple of them running around. Yeah, it's just a basic Underdark city. Been cut off from the surface in the world for some time. Kind of pieced together that as the prison mines were dug deeper, this city started taking people and imprisoning them within the city. To what end you're not aware of yet. You also found they had a different currency than what you're used to, which may or may not come into play. You'll find out. And as you were on your way back to the cliff to gather Galen and Odess and potentially sneak them in disguised as guards in an attempt to get to the prison facility, a gathering was taking place, is what they call it, where everybody gathers and prisoners are dealt with. As you arrived, a construct of sorts stepped up onto this altar, which I'm going to retcon and describe this scene a little bit better. But he stepped up onto this platform and spoke, and as he ended his speech, Taddy heard a little voice from his backpack go, "Master?" coming from Chest Rock. And that is where we left off. So to back it up a little bit and give you a better description, this is a gathering ritual type area. These four sets along are obviously you can see the ladders, so they are 15 feet above the ground level. The platform itself is about 8 feet off the ground level where you guys are currently standing. The courtyard area is packed. I mean, nut to butt packed full of this city's citizens. There's everything: drows, Duergar, kobolds, goblins, all pining to get a look at the platform where Ironroot is currently standing. There is a. What's the word for the water that surrounds a castle?
Moat.
Moat.
Moat. There is a moat of lava surrounding the platform. On top of the platform is a brazier. It's just like a big fire pit, essentially. But it looks like a cauldron pot carved out of stone. On the four corners there are smoldering stake piles, and as you catch a closer look, you'll notice that it is corpses smoldering in the pile. Ironroot himself, let me get his sheet pulled up so I make sure I give you the right information. Ironroot is a 6-foot tall construct with seemingly stone plates of armor on him. He wears a green cloak covering most of his body. And if you zoom in on the picture, you can kind of see those little orange spots are meant to indicate that he has red glowing veins. Like, you know, in movies when somebody gets touched by something and they get corrupted, you can see the veins like turn black and pop out of the person's skin. It's kind of like that, but these are glowing a bright red as they cover the majority of his body. And I think that's all you need right now.
You said there's people here?
Yes, there is a large nut-butt-packed crowd of the citizens of this city.
All the way
Good.
around us.
I kind of put you guys towards the back so you weren't in the middle of a crowd. So there's like a little overhang that you're standing at the mouth of, and nobody's really standing behind you because everybody's trying to get into the center. But there are people up above you, there are people in front of you, there are people packed into these archways. So I kind of put you off to the side, but you're still in a position where you're able to see what's going on.
Okay, so,
If you would like to be in a different position, feel free to
No,
describe to me what you're looking for, and I would be happy to oblige.
well, no, I mean, where we're at, I think is ideal. I would, definitely, uh, it- when
Did
you
only
said, he
Tabby
said that,
hear
yeah, that's what I was
Chestrock,
about to say. That's
or
what
did
was
I
about to
hear
ask.
it as well?
Silt, I would say you need a perception check. Between the roar of the crowd and him being in Taddy's bag.
Of course you did.
Brad asked for it, okay? Blame him.
I
Damn it,
literally
Brad.
just fixed it like half a second before you did that.
Sorry.
Same.
With a 12, you will not hear that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my, I'm wagering that me and Silt are walking side by side. I'm gonna put my arm out in front of Silt and kind of push Silt back towards the wall,
Okay.
um, and go, Chest, whisper. Chestrock just said, "Master," and I'm
I
going to, in the same breath, say, "Chestrock, don't move. If you come out, you're gonna get us all killed."
Okay.
I'm presuming from my long conversations with Chestrock previously, I would put two and two together that it's the Iron Root is his master.
Yeah, because you've all had the conversation with Chestrock that his master was a warforged, what a warforged is. So the fact that he said master would indicate that this is a warforged.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have it in my notes from the conversation I had with him
Mhm.
that was the name of his. I got his master's name and his creator's name if I'm reading this right.
Yeah, you should have both.
Yep. Yep.
Keyword being should. Okay. Well, Iron Root has walked up to the platform and echoed out amongst the courtyard. Welcome to the gathering. Another day where we pay glorious offerings to our Lord and Savior Asmodeus. As he shouts that name, the crowd roars and cheers. As the crowd starts to settle a little bit, Ironroot will speak up again. I have spoken with our Lord. Our time draws near. Soon we will have offered enough sacrifices. We will be filled with his power and the strength to overthrow the surface and reclaim what is rightfully ours. And with that, the crowd roars up again in exhilaration.
Um.
Hold on one second.
Oh yeah.
Katie, you can't do that
Why?
because Taddy is disguised. So his
How's his
bag
bag
is
disguised?
within the disguise. Well, even if he disguised himself with a bag on, the bag that you see wouldn't be the actual bag. So you would like
Can I
have to
roll?
literally go digging into the disguise to get into the bag.
Can I roll a perception check or whatever it is to break that?
I don't know if there is one.
Yeah. It's in the description of the spell. There's a DC that if somebody's actually checking, I think it
So
is.
it doesn't let you break the disguise. It lets you determine whether or not it is a disguise.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
now, if you wanted to blindly stick your hand in to try and feel around for
No,
something, you could do that.
I'm not gonna pull him out of the disguise.
Okay. But yeah,
That does-
as far as seeing through the disguise, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't be
So,
and
I'm
unless
gonna
Taddy dropped his disguise or took his bag
No.
off or
Oh
something.
no, that ain't gonna happen.
don't do that.
But what I am going to do is turn my back towards Silt and say, talk to the bag. He's in there.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
And I would say quickly, Chestruck, I'm really happy that we found your master, and I want to be allies with him, but it's very important that we do this. We do this with some structure because there's a possibility that one of Taddy's very good friends, your very good friend Taddy's very good friends, is in trouble and your master might be involved. So please just be patient. And when we get to the point where we can get you to him, we will. And I can't wait to meet him.
You don't see, or well, obviously you don't see, but you don't hear anything coming from the bag. So he's not trying to move or anything, but he's not responding to you.
Okay.
While you were doing that, Ironroot had turned and pointed back to, we'll say this way here. He goes, "Behold, today's sacrifices." And around the corner comes a cart. On the back of the cart are 3 iron cages containing 3 separate individuals. One of them is a female gnome, not Remy. A scrawny, starved-looking male elf, and a goblin of undetermined gender. Ironroot will speak again. "Two from the surface, and one of our own. Thought to be a trusted member, but truthfully a scoundrel, thief, and a liar. Bring forth the first prisoner." You will see 2 Duergar open up the cage of the gnome and haul her up to the platform, kicking as she goes.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Silt and say, we need to go find the rest of them now.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to split up, but I don't know. Do you want one of us to stay here?
I say we walk together, around the outskirts.
Okay.
I'm gonna
pause
move
you
my
for
character.
I'm gonna pause you for 1 second. As you guys are conversing, I'm gonna let you each say 1 sentence, and then the narrative is gonna continue because they're not gonna
Okay.
stop and wait for you. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
like it's all happening simultaneously. So we're gonna kind of do it turn based between the 3 of us, and we'll just kind of go around. So you've
Okay.
both said something. Ironroot will continue as the gnome gets dragged up to the platform. "Any last words?" The gnome will look up from the ground and just hawk her head back and slam a loogie right into Ironroot's face.
I like that with spirit.
Okay.
Uh,
I put movement on there. I'm not asking you to approve it.
mhm.
I am putting it up there for image purposes. I'm going to suggest that we walk this path up to where because you said they came out up there.
Yep, that's the way the
See
cart
if
came
we
from.
can find another cart.
Go-
Let's
Go
just
on our
head
way
where.
out.
Yeah, go. Let's. I mean, let's just go where they came from. Hopefully, we can find the other ones, and hopefully Remy's with them. And I don't. We'll wing it from there.
Was that your speaking for this turn?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to answer. Are you willing to bargain with money for Remy if we need to?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys have both spoken. By this point, the gnome has been bent over the brazier up on top of the platform. One of the Duragar holding a large blade like scimitar up above his head and looks at Ironroot. Ironroot, I got a thing here. Hold on. Yep. Ironroot will raise his hands up and go, "By Asmodeus!" The crowd will chant, "Asmodeus! Asmodeus!" The Duragar will drop his blade, severing the head of the gnome. As the blade just touches the back of the gnome's neck, a geyser of molten lava will shoot up out of the brazier. The four stakes, smoldering bodies, the flames will grow and enlarge as if magically enchanted. Both of you make perception checks for me.
Oof.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I'm assuming I can't use guidance on this because it's just not the
Uh,
right place.
Not in a heat of the moment thing, no.
Yeah.
Was that one of your talent dies?
Yeah. My
Okay.
psychic die.
Perfect. With a 13, Taddy, you will notice that as the blade connects and the geyser erupts, all those blood red veins on Ironroot will begin to glow and surge as if he's being charged with an energy of some sort.
Okay.
Go ahead and take your guys' next rounds.
I've already set the path. I know Silt's pretty fast. I'm pretty sure she can keep up with me if I do everything in my uh, possible movement boosters, bonus action. Just use everything I got to move as fast as I can to get to that point.
So you want to zip as fast as you can through this heavily crowded area.
Yeah.
And get to the other side. Okay.
My,
I don't know what else to do at this point. But we're trying to get over there, so.
Fair enough. 185, that's your max distance you can go in a round.
The
How- how-
actual movement that I put in is just a line.
Yeah. How far can you go in a round?
I got 30.
You can
if
double
I use
dash
my-
to get you to 90. Well, 60 and then 120, I think, if
Yeah, that.
I got my head right. Because dash doubles.
Yeah, I can dash twice.
I think I can do 120 around with dash and field.
So dash doesn't double your current speed. It gives you an additional walking speed. So Taddy can go 90.
So I can go 90 as well.
Well, you've got a different ability. So you can action dash to get you to 60. And then your feline agility
It's double.
doubles your speed. So if you're dashing, you can get up to 120. And then you can't use that ability again until you haven't moved for a round.
Okay,
If you
so
get
it
a
would
little
be-
ahead of me, that's fine. But we got to get there fast, cause.
Well, it would average out to only 60 anyway then, because if it's every other round, then it's 120.
Well, no,
120.
You can still move and dash after that. You just can't use your feline agility until you haven't
Okay.
moved for 6 seconds.
Okay.
It's like you
I
got to
gotcha.
stop and catch your breath before you can
Gotcha.
push yourself.
Okay.
That's what that is. So do you want to stay with him or get ahead of him?
I'm gonna stay with him.
Okay. So I will
If-
do that.
If I see you moving at a rate slightly faster than me, I'm going to say go.
Okay.
All
Did you
right.
hear what I said to you in your head?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So for that first movement, moving through a crowd, I need you both to make dexterity checks. Okay, good rolls. By this point, the geyser has gone back into the brazier. The body of that female gnome has been chucked into one of the smoldering piles, and the elf has been brought up to the is being brought up to the platform currently. Basically, it's just gonna repeat through all three. So this will give you guys. You're on one. You get 4 rounds before the goblin would be done.
Okay. Well, I mean, Silt doesn't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say, so just do the movement.
All right.
If you wanna
90
speed
will
it up
get you
and
there. 60 will get you there. So you're going to fall behind a little bit now, Silt. Well, no. If you had gone the full 120 last round, you guys would be caught up to each other right now.
60 plus.
So
Yeah, 'cause
100
that would be average to 90
Yeah.
every round.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 2 rounds. And now you can only
Yep.
go 60. So now you're going to be down 30 from him. With that move, make another dexterity check.
Oh,
It's close, Taddy. That was close.
I was gonna say I'm proficient with
No, it's a
Dex?
super low DC. It's basically just seeing if you run into somebody and they notice your disguise. Is
Got
all it is. So it's not that you're not going to bump into people. It's, are you going to bump into somebody in such a way that they notice you're illusioned? At this point, the elf has been asked his last words. Didn't say anything. His head comes off. Same thing. The geyser erupts. Make another perception check for me. Silt.
just Silt or me too.
You already noticed what happens, so
Oh, okay.
nothing. Yeah, you don't notice anything. All right, and then your next move. You're just trying to go back that way, yeah?
Yeah, looking for another cart or
Okay.
where the cart came from or
Going behind these pillar things, the platforms, rather. There are no more carts back here. It is kind of a courtyardish area, relatively small. There is a building structure, maybe 100 feet away from you guys, with a single door on the front of it. In front of the door stands 2 trolls and a Duragar, clearly guards based on what you saw at the watchtower when you entered the city.
okay. I'm going to approach the guards.
Okay. Silt, what are you doing?
going with him.
Okay. As you leave the, we're going to call it ritual area, you can hear the crowd cry out and then calm down, and cry out and then calm down. It's clear that the rituals are or the sacrifices are continuing, as well as speeches being given. You approach the front door. The Duragar. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I retcon something real quick on that walk?
Sure.
Okay. I heard what you said, and I'm gonna say you don't speak their language.
Yes, I do.
Undercommon?
Yep, right now I do.
Oh, okay.
Casting.
Yeah, I already cast it. Like as we approached the building thing the first time, so I could tell everything that was going on. Or the arena.
Oh,
So it actually doesn't let you speak Undercommon. It just lets any creature that knows at least one language understand what you say.
so they can still understand what she's saying. That's the key. Okay, that's fine. I can, yeah. We've been through this once before.
We have, but you're not. So here's what's going to happen, Katie, and I'll explain it to you because you would know this from using the spell before. You're not speaking Undercommon. They will know you're not speaking Undercommon. They'll still be able to understand what you're saying as long as they speak a language, but they'll know that you're not speaking their language.
Okay, so if I would know that, then I would tell Taddy, tell me how to say, let us in. We have orders.
We're goblins.
Aren't we the
basically.
other ones? The guards. Duragars?
Taddy, no, you're both goblins. Dylan and Svin.
Oh, I thought we switched.
Nope,
we were supposed to switch. I remember we discussed that we were supposed to switch.
I'll let you retcon that because we were kind of rushed at the end of last session.
Yeah.
So
as a matter of fact,
to be...
we could go back and watch the video later if we want to 100% check this. But I'm pretty sure we ducked into an alley right before we started following the crowd.
Yeah.
To
that sounds
switch
right.
into
I
our...
vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both disguised as Duragars.
Yes.
Dwarves, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. So, Katie, if you're going to try and quickly memorize that phrase, I'm going to need a performance check from you. At a...
Can I still use persuasion as well?
It's going to depend on the situation when you get to them.
Oh, the performance is for practicing.
Performance is how well you can memorize the phrase in the 10 seconds it's going to take you to cross the courtyard.
That's ugly. I got an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're persuasive, but I'm deceptive.
Well, how does this sound, Taddy?
It's not great, bud.
Not great at all.
Okay. You got it.
Okay. So you approach the door. The Duragar steps up with his glaive, kind of stomping it where he is. He goes, "You're not supposed to be here."
What are you doing here?
My fucking job. What are you doing here? Get back to the ritual.
I was sent to get the other guards that are supposed to be breaking up that crap at the entrance.
Make a deception check. No, well, you're in the wrong spot. We don't keep guards here. You gotta go over to the guardhouse. He points across the courtyard the other direction, where you see a building with some Duraguards and drows kind of leisurely hanging about the front entrance.
I was told to get everyone. That's a big mob out there causing ruckus.
And again,
My accent sucks.
Wait, was that your role, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I have
giving
no-
you guidance.
I'm putting it in the dice tower, so I have no clue if I'm actually going to do this or not.
I'm still giving you guidance.
And again, everybody is in that building over there. You're in the wrong fucking place.
Okay. All right, it's your head, and I walk off.
Which way are you walking?
The way he told me to go.
Okay. So I don't have a map for it, so I'm going to draw
Okay.
on this.
That's fine.
My little makeshift buildings. So you guys were up here. talking to them. They pointed at these buildings over here.
Okay.
Obviously
head
not
over
to
there?
scale, but
Yeah.
okay. You get far enough that you are out of earshot of the original guards. If there's anything else you want to do before you get over there.
I'm gonna tell Sil. He said we're in the wrong building
I know. I heard him.
for the guards. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind then. I won't say that. I will just go. Yeah. Here we go. Let's hope he's in this building.
As you are walking back, you will see the prison cart led by Ironroot crossing the courtyard and entering that building. Both the cart and Ironroot enter this building through the large mausoleum-like double doors.
Okay.
And the doors shut behind them. I'll say go ahead and both of you can give me perception checks. See if you catch anything inside that building while the doors were open. And your guidance is still going, Katie, so you can... One of you can roll a d4.
That's for it would be Taddy because that's I was giving it to him last.
Okay. You both ended up with an 11. All you were able to catch from inside the door is that the interior walls are carved out of marble as opposed to regular rock like you've seen, and that there's some source of light, like torch light, coming from inside the building.
Okay. Well, we finished making it to the guard shack.
Yep. Yeah, you do. There are a handful of Duragars and Drows kind of leisurely sitting around.
I'm gonna say, hey, asshole.
What do you fucking want? One of the Duragars speaks up.
We are fucking sent to prep the prisoners.
It's the wrong fucking building, dumbass. Prisoners are kept over there, and he points back to the building you just came from.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm new. Nobody fucking told me.
That's not my fucking problem. Now fuck off.
Alright.
I'm gonna just grumble.
Yeah. We'll start
God damn
walking
it.
back.
I didn't sign up for this.
We'll walk back, and I look at Sil. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was for their benefit. It wasn't.
Where are you walking to?
Back to the other guards. At the other building.
You make it back over. The same Duragar still standing there. Are you fucking retarded?
No!
You're supposed to get the men from that building.
Yes, I told them. And they told me that their orders were to prep the prisoners. So we need to now prep the fucking prisoners.
There you go.
There's no prisoners that need fucking prepped. All 3 are done for the day. There won't be another 3 needing prepped for 3 more days. You should fucking know that. And he
I'm new, asshole.
he
This is my
reaches
first
out
day.
reaches out to slap you on the side of the face.
As soon as I see him reach, I'm gonna like lean back.
Oh, he missed completely. He rolled an 8.
Alright.
So you dodge out of the way, and his hand just swipes through the air. He's 3 fucking days. I better not see you till then. And he kind of lifts his glaive up off the ground and tilts it the blade end towards you a little bit. Now get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
Alright.
I'm staring at him.
Come on, Bippity. We gotta go.
Taddy, you glance over at Silt as you say, "Come on, Bibbity," and you see Silt's Duragar face doing puppy dog eyes.
Hmm.
Once we hit the corner, what are we looking at? Let's see, ping. In this direction.
You are looking at a long wall, seemingly of stacked rocks.
People?
Nope. There's
Come on,
still there's still the guards sitting out here.
I'm gonna look at Silt and say, "Come on, I got an idea.
Tell me what it is, please.
We're gonna try and find a way in, besides the front door."
Okay, that seems fine.
So
Um,
as we walk,
do you want
I'm
to be goblins now instead, since he seems pretty intent on not seeing us again?
Well, no, because um, if we want to go in, we need to look like we belong in there.
Okay, why don't we switch up our personas a little bit then? Different guards.
Yeah, well, we just saw a whole bunch of different guards, so
Still Duragars, just different Duragars.
Yes.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Slightly less new and bumbly Duragars.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I'm assuming you're gonna do a 360 on the building, Mike.
Yes, we're
Okay.
looking for windows, other doors. If we don't find anything, um, I'm looking for people. I mean, if we can find a corner where nobody can, we don't see anybody. Maybe we can try a roof entry.
Okay. So this circle I'm drawing is like the island edge, essentially.
Okay.
So you circle the building. There are no windows. A quick pop up to the roof when it's convenient reveals that it is a solid roof. The only way in or out of this building is through the front door. As far as looking around for people, there are a number of guards coming to and fro now that the crowd is dispersing. Mostly in and out of that barracks building, which is significantly larger than what I drew it, but more like that.
Okay.
And you can obviously see across the water to the city proper and see citizens coming and going as they go
Okay.
about their day now that the sacrifice is over.
So I look at Silt and go, okay, well, the only way into this building is front door. We have 3 days before the next execution. I'm wagering that Remy is inside there somewhere. We can either mingle with the guards, trying to get into rotation and get ourselves in there that way, or we can go back to Plan A and go get the other two and offer them up as new sacrifices to get us in there. Maybe those are my ideas. What you got, Sil?
We don't know details about how to bring in prisoners. I don't want them just to be, we enter the gates and they are taken from us. What that?
I sent you a link that is the information base I use for Asmodeus, since you asked Tempest about it.
Where
So
is
that-
the link?
It should have been whispered to you.
It
Oh, it
just
doesn't work.
says link.
I will send it to you via Facebook.
Okay.
I mean, we got 3 days. I mean, we can spend a day or two. As guards, try and get the information. I don't know if you have any ideas on how to get the information any faster.
Not well, unless we go watch by the gates.
I mean, I'm gonna wager that they do some type of rotation.
Hmm.
The ones at the front door right now aren't gonna be there
No,
24/7.
no, we're just watching for new prisoners coming in, not any specific guards.
Yeah, but if we go back to the guard shack, find out which ones are supposed to go into rotation and go replace the current door guards. If we can incapacitate them and take their place,
Yeah, but we still don't know how they do what they do. If we just hide and watch them, then we'll figure out if they bring prisoners in, then we'll figure out the procedure.
okay. Um, well, we have 3 days to try and figure this out. So why don't we head back to Otis and Gallon, regroup, let them know what's going on, and maybe we can get some information out of Chest Rock on his Warforged buddy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. We're gonna. You heard the game plan, DM. I guess we're heading back. May need to change the pants a little bit because they're probably a little brown from.
You have no issues getting back to the cliff. It takes, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half from the center of the city back out there. Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you drop your disguises once you're clear of the city.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. All right.
I don't drop disguises if I don't have to.
But you guys are back on the cliff 2 hours later.
Okay. And we would, I would, I'm sure Silt would too, fill Otis and Gallon in on the escapades that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Realized I was muted. Do you give the god's name or whatnot?
Yes.
Do I know anything about that?
You can make a history check to try and see
I
if you
would
know
also,
anything.
if Odessa is asking, I would relay information that I have as well.
Okay.
Would religion apply to this by chance?
No.
So
Asking
I
about
know, I know all about him.
Oh,
So I'll
okay.
let you know.
So I will put that link in the Facebook group chat. It's literally just a D&D wiki site. If anybody wants to look anything up about Asmodeus. So, Cliff Notes, he was one of the gods of hell. Fucking pop-ups. The Lord of the Ninth of the Nine Hells is what he was. So he was the big one. He was like the last one if you journeyed into the Nine Hells that you would reach. Known as the Lord of Lies, he ruled with unyielding tyranny, ceaseless warfare, and political intrigue, and enacted his diabolical plans to become not only the supreme master of the Nine Hells, but of all existence.
I feel like we could get along. Him and I.
Huh. Okay, well, with that said, what you got there, Otis?
I'm reading on him for a second. Sorry.
Okay. Well, while him and Silt are going over all this information on that god, I will. Cheshrock, if you're, please tell me you're still back there. Come on out. Don't go whipping out. Just come out so we can talk.
He pops out of the bag. His crystals are glowing a deep but soft purple color.
Okay. Hey, buddy. I understand that was your master up there on that platform. But something doesn't seem right.
That whatever that was is not the master that I recall.
Do I hear this conversation? Or
Yeah, he's just floating right there.
okay. What do you mean, Chestrock?
It's something about him is different. He was always quiet, calm, one with the world and nature. He was never one to glamour or showboat, stand up in front of a crowd and make a speech. There's no way that is my master.
Well, I did notice some kind of funny glow. I haven't seen a whole lot of Warforged in my life, but just like you have your auras with your stones, your masters seem to have some type of aura that is a little caught my attention. Put it that way.
Say that one more time, I'm sorry. I was typing.
I said there, just like you have your auras with your gems and your different colors, your master seemed to have a glow about him that caught my attention.
Yes, that was the other indication. He definitely didn't have those last time I saw him.
Asmodeus has cleric and warlock following, so he can imbue people. Does it sound like that's what was happening, Taddy? I didn't notice.
I'm no religious man, nor magic man, other than my little fairy tricks. So I mean, I can't say for sure, but
If
anything
any
that
of
glows
you-
a different color is possible magic to me.
If any of you are proficient in Arcana or Religion, I will let you make a roll. If you did not witness it firsthand, so Galen and Odes, you make the check at disadvantage.
Yeah.
What exactly are we checking for?
If the description of what you saw sounds anything like warlock or cleric tendencies have been imbued upon Chestrock.
Would those clerics and warlocks among us get advantage?
No.
Okay.
But it looks like
So
Odes
use it-
Watts don't need it.
Right?
Good
Oh,
old
damn.
Odes. From what it sounds like, it doesn't sound like something willing necessarily. Typically with clerics and warlocks, it's a willing deal, and there's not a physical change that happens upon receiving gifts in that manner. If he is imbued in any way, it would be your guess that it was unwilling.
Ooh.
And
We're
he
talking about
is
chest rock right now, right?
talking about
No.
Iron Root,
Iron Root,
his master.
his master.
Got it. So what we're trying to figure out is whether or not he's under something that would make him different than how he previously was.
Yeah. Well, from the description that Chestrock gave us, or the way he used to be, and the description that me and Selt are given, with him up there on the pedestal doing what he was doing, it seems like two completely different people.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like when Chestrock was with him, he was a calm, peaceful, nice guy. Let's just we'll sum it up as good. and now he's evil. So apparently he might be under some type of control. Don't know who's controlling him, but it's obviously somebody interested in resurrecting this Asmodeus.
Y'all can't see it, but in my notes, I put like, do you guys know that TikTok sound where it's the Asmodeus, Satanist, Beelzebub? It's in my notes.
It's okay. Earlier, when Taddy was like, "We need to go do this and this and this," and Silt was like, "We don't know anything." All I could sing to myself was, "Fools rush in," or
Well,
Yeah,
you put
that-
us in the
that
position
song.
where we had to rush in because you're all
I-
like, "No, it's happening now." So
you could have just stood there and enjoyed the show. You were like, "Nope, we gotta go."
well, because we didn't know. We didn't know.
I had
Yeah,
a
choices
whole
are made.
like narrative thing typed out. I didn't even get to read half of it because y'all were gone by the time it got to that part.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, you kind of pushed us in that direction to rush, so we rushed.
I think it's realistic given the setting.
Mm-hmm.
I created an environment where you had choices to make. Whether or not you made the right ones will only be determined later when you realize how much information you didn't get. Dun dun dun.
God.
I can live with that.
Once again, I say Asmodeus, Satanist, Beelzebub.
So yeah, and of course we'll relay. We were told we have 3 days before the next one, and there's a good chance Remy's in that building.
Now that you guys have kinda determined that he is unwillingly convoluted, anybody who wants to make a history check or a medicine check or an arcana check to see if they know anything about how to undo that kind of stuff may do so.
Damn it.
Me.
These rolls. Fuck.
You do not need to be proficient. You're just trying to recall information at this point. Fucking Odes
Yes.
over here.
He's had a good nap.
Beautiful. Odessa, you are religiously aware of essentially exorcisms, which may be of use, but require time, preparation, by the sounds of which wouldn't be of a lot of use, but maybe if you could get Iron Root one-on-one for an extended period of time, you might be able to attempt to perform one of these rituals to extract whatever is fucking with him. Beyond that, you would need to know exactly what or how it is affecting him to be able to determine a proper treatment method.
I mean,
Well, being Otis, I would relay that info to everybody else, but it doesn't sound like. Well, this is me speaking to the group. It doesn't sound like we're gonna be able to get him alone for an extended period of time.
we don't know. We don't know who's in that building with him. All we know is he's in that building. The cart's in the building, and the prisoners are in the building.
At the moment that we left. We don't know if
yeah,
he's staying there either.
Right.
Was he holding anything?
You guys were able to make out pieces of his body, in that he had stone-like plating. Other than that, he was covered in a green cloak, so you couldn't see if he had any equipment or anything on him.
Oh, well, and then the great axe or whatever it was he's using to chop the heads off with.
No, that was a Duergar chopping the heads off. He was
Oh.
just standing there.
I thought there was something that shot the lava up or something.
That came out of a brazier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we can go in, clear the room, so it's just him, try and figure out some way of holding him down. If Otis thinks he can do something to
I mean, I guess
free him.
before we go with that, I would ask the DM if I know the process of doing that ritual for the exorcism, and if so, what items were required, because that's going to be...
Teddy's eyes are going to get real big, and he's just going to look at Otis and go, I have an idea.
Okay.
Chest Rock will speak up again, a little bit louder this time. Send me. Get me close. I'll reconnect with him.
Well,
I will
yeah.
Draw
Yeah,
out
if you-
whatever it was like a poison and save my master.
And
Yes, look, that sounds sacrificial to me.
I was created for him.
wait,
If it
wait,
destroys
hold on,
me,
Chester,
then it's all I can do.
Hold on, little buddy. Hold on, little buddy. I got an idea. Hold on. I got an idea. Otis, if Lord Farquaad dies, you think that'll sever the hold?
Who the fuck is Lord Farquaad?
But the
That's what
Lord-
I'm
the
wondering.
The
I'm
asshole.
picking up what he's putting down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna look at the DM on that one. I mean,
Well, you're.
I would
You're
assume.
a religious man. You know more about this whole exorcism, grasp on people.
Well, there's.
I mean,
this.
you can
based
ask
on-
the DM if you would have that knowledge, but
Good.
you are the one who are going to have the answer.
Well, I'm gonna assume that this knowledge would apply, and I'll send it in the Facebook chat.
Okay. Because you're a cleric. We can kill the asshole. You can bring him back if it severs
Hold
the
on,
link,
hold on, guys.
and then
Well, I
check
don't.
rock.
Well, let's be clear. I don't have the ability to bring anybody back right now.
You guys, before
No.
time out.
I thought that's what
I-
you clerics did.
I don't think that you understand how powerful the Lord of the Ninth level of hell is. I don't think we're gonna kill him.
Okay, well, it's just an idea.
And I mean, I don't know much about this whatsoever. But I imagine if he's possessed one person, he might go to the next vessel that's nearby, and I am not jiving with that. Because it'll be one of us.
Yeah, and I don't really have my advantage stick anymore. Because someone decided to take that one back. Look at you, Poseidon.
You feel a cool misty breeze on the air. And it just kind of like, you know, when you're standing on the coast, you can just like feel the humidity accumulate on one side of your face.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little brush. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to you, but it's kind of sudden and hard, almost as if a play slap. You know?
Oh, he's been taking like a champ.
Kestra,
Yes, Silt.
are you sure? Are you of sound mind, I guess? Is this part of who you are?
I may be a sentient creature, but I know what I was made for. It is
Right,
the
we all
service
have-
of my master, and if he is in trouble, it is worth my life to try and save him.
You guys, I don't want to disregard that, because if that's Chestrock's purpose, then we're doing him a pretty big disservice.
Well, yeah, I hear you, but if we can come up with a solution to break that hold, and we save the Lord, and Chesrock can reunite with his master, and everybody's alive and not killing people. That's the solution I was going for.
Grand Tempest doesn't think that it's very possible to meddle in this level of fuckery.
Why doesn't he meddle in this fuckery then? Fucking fix it. God damn it.
Because he's meddling in my fuckery, and he just wants body back so he can get laid.
I'm
At
sorry,
least he's
what?
blunt.
I forgot you didn't tell them about that last week.
Yes, we now know what
Alrighty.
Norton and Poseidon are really close for. Got it.
Poo-tang.
I mean, I'm not one to judge, but damn.
Do we have any means of hiding or disguising
Here's
Gowan
my
and
idea.
Otis?
If we march right in the front door with authority, as one of us as a similar being imbued with another god of hell's essence with Chestrock asking for Asmodeus, he'll probably see us.
Say that one more time. Sorry, I got a text message from work.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, I know it's
Stop.
you, but I gotta answer this one.
I know. I gotcha.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
If we march right in the front door with somebody at the head that is slightly disguised as a similar aura of Iron Root imbued with a god of hell as a different god of hell with Chestrock, I don't think it matters who is with in the party. If we're asking to see Asmodeus with Chestrock, he'll probably see us.
So basically, we want to have somebody pretend to be with a different god of hell.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at. Gonna deal with that right now. I can deal with that later. Let me see here.
What are you rolling for?
Whatever knowledge I have about any kind of religion with the deities of hell.
Oh, did
Yeah,
Grand
that's
Tempest give me any names for them?
As far... Back it up just a
in-
tiny bit. Somebody who would be
Yeah.
looking for him?
No, the other gods of hell's names.
So you can just Google Lords of the Nine Hells D&D 5e, and that'll give you
No,
a list.
He would give me that information though.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would relay that. I would
also-
say, well, here's the other 8 options.
On that wiki page, if you scroll down just a tiny bit, there's a relationship section, and you can see it subcategorizes it to deities, devils, and vassals.
Oh, I see a whole bunch of stuff here. Got archdevils. We got Lords of the Nine Hells. Oh yeah, sorry, deities, devils. Got it.
The Dark 8. Generals of the Blood War.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
They hold council every 66 days. Belzephon, Corin, Dagos, Furcus, Perza, Pan, Zabos, and Zimamar.
It kind of sounds like my name.
It does.
Ooh,
Well, now
there's
we have
this
some
one.
information.
Nope. Let me send it. Hold on. It says here he annually called his archdevils to his court in Malshim, a summons that none ever refused.
One thing that may not be included in that wiki that I'll just put out there because it would be kind of common knowledge based on what you guys are talking about. All of these beings live and exist in hell. They rarely, once you get to like the lordship, the higher levels of. Can you go away, dog? Once you get to those higher levels, they rarely come to the material plane. They send lower beings to do their work for them.
So Iron Root is just a pawn,
For a vessel.
a vessel.
It's possible he could be a vessel. There was a.
I muted myself. That's freaking awesome. I've been trying to say something for the past couple minutes.
Well, say something.
Yeah. I was under the assumption we were trying to pick a god for not to look like said god, but to be a vessel like
Yes. Yes.
the Lord is, Lord Root.
Yep.
And but that's the god that you're going to say you're representing.
Yes.
And me and Silk got a really good look at Lord Root. So I know nothing of the gods, so I think Silt should be the one who takes the vestige or disguise of the Warforged. Hold chest rock to your chest, make it look like he's part of your disguise, vestige, whatever. Yeah, and as far as the discussions of the 9 gods down there, Mr. DM, it's not about trying to look like one to walk in as one. It's just we're trying to come up with the information that we need to.
Yeah. No,
play
I
law. That's what we're here for.
misunderstood what was being said. I thought you were going to try and walk in as one of the other lords of the hell.
No.
So,
Nope.
okay.
So I
None
don't
of
even need to disguise myself as a Warforged. I can just go in there as myself with spooky, fucked up aura.
Potentially. You can certainly try.
Yes. Just gotta be convincing.
Okay.
I would
Well,
venture to say the thought would cross your mind that you don't know if the citizens of this city know that those red markings are indicative of him being corrupted or not. They
I
might
would
think
assume
that's just
that they wouldn't. Yeah.
they
would
might
assume
just
that
think that's
nobody knows what's
normal.
going on.
So slapping on some red veins over your body may not do the trick for
Oh no
I'm
no
a
no
friend.
no! Not to get through like
yeah.
the city itself, but just like dealing with
Mhm.
Lord Root. We just roll up there as a goblin, and then once we get inside,
Yep.
or once we get close and demand convincingly to see him.
Okay. Well, I mean, sounds like that's our game plan. I mean, if you wanna pass yourself off as corrupted and
Chest Root will speak up and say if we're
Chest
gonna
Root?
or Chest Rock. Lots of names. He will speak up and inform you that if you're going to do this, he will just need 2 of you to hold Iron Root steady, and it will take a few seconds, probably about 30 seconds, we'll say. So 3 rounds for him to merge with him. You'll have to hold him for that duration.
new idea.
Hold on. I might have something for that.
Uh-oh. We're not clipping the Warforged's ears.
No,
No,
I
no,
got
it's
Tin snips.
I got an idea to get us all in there, and it's better than pretending that you guys are captives.
I actually have another idea myself.
We'll get a cart, and we'll put you guys in a cart, and we'll put the blankets over you or something, and we'll just say you're dead.
Bring out your dead.
Yeah.
Ding.
And we'll bring the cart right up to the building. I didn't get
Why
any
would we
further than
be?
that.
Why would we be carting around dead bodies though?
Because we're collecting the dead bodies
From where?
from all over town. That just happens to be the next stop on our route.
Did you see dead bodies all over town when you were there?
No, because
I
people
didn't
go
see
around
any
and
dead
collect
bodies.
them. That's our job. See?
Oh my god, yeah, until somebody goes, that's not what we do, we throw him in the fire emote.
Okay, well, we'll tell them that we'll take them there later. I'm just trying to get these two to that
Hold on.
building without having to fight a whole entire city.
I
What-
can disguise self.
You
Good.
can.
Okay.
Yes. For 1 hour.
Well,
Oh,
it
you
takes
can.
us a little over that to get up there.
I didn't know you had that spell.
Redisguise. Redisguise.
We
self.
love surprises.
I mean, I did know. It's just you've never used it, so it's not a forethought.
I've used it once and it backfired.
Probably.
Is that
It was
is
with
that
Stilt when she last went crazy.
is that
Oh, that's
only disguise self, or is that just disguise in general?
Disguise self.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's she has the spell that you guys have abilities to cast.
4. Oh.
Yeah.
Just requires
Wow.
her. She just requires a spell slot. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
3
Well,
guards for one big unruly guy.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suppose, and when we get in there and we get near that hour mark, we can duck behind a building and you can reapply it.
Mm-hmm.
So that okay, yeah. There's Galen, there's you, there's me. Now we just gotta figure out how we're gonna get Otis up there.
Why do we assume we need disguises?
There's not, because
because-
everybody that's not Underdark citizens are captives.
Yes, or they are captured and
Yeah.
sent to the.
But what was the
dungeon.
difference between being captured and being a citizen?
Being dead. Or
Being
alive.
Well,
being
didn't you say there were some humans down there?
I did. Very, very
Last-
pale humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are gonna stick out like sore thumbs.
I didn't exactly fit in with Haven either.
Celia.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could take the risk and let you just walk on in, but I mean,
Well, I mean, if we have one captive, we're going to the place where you take captives, presumably, if we can verify that.
yeah, we could
What
take a day. You and I can go back in and see if we can get the information we're missing.
Yes, I would
i.e.
like to watch and see if they bring in any captives and see what they do with them.
What
Okay.
if... It's a stretch, but what if you spun it as me being a new convert?
Don't know how they convert people or if it's a closed society or
How
Well, if I'm
how
not
good are you at your undercommon?
I can't speak Undercommon.
You're not gonna fly down there either.
But Otis doesn't know this, so I'm talking above table here. If I heard the conversation correctly, either this week or last week, didn't he say that there were some that go up to go capture people and bring them back down?
They go out into the caverns.
Okay.
They never actually go above ground.
So, is it too hard to say that they found someone who did not look like the usual captives up in the caverns and realized that this person wants to pledge their faith to Asmodeus or whatnot?
I mean,
Maybe not saying I'm a convert, but in the sense of I saw what you guys were doing, I helped you with what you were doing.
I mean, if Silk can sell salt water to a sailor, yeah, we could probably make that work.
It's a stretch, but it's an idea.
Why do we not want to use the captive scheme? There's
Well,
just
you guys brought that up because you
there's
said you
fewer
didn't know what.
questions.
Well,
Oh, you're on mute, Brad.
weren't you the
Thank
one
you.
who?
No,
weren't you
I
the
just
one-
want to get information and watch what they do with captives first.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But
And
you
we're
guys
trying
were
to
the
do
ones
that.
that had mentioned that you weren't sure whether or not, and I'm basing off of just like, hey, if we go right now, this isn't based off of, hey, we're going to go back in and try to get a secondary bit of information or whatnot. But you guys were leaning away from the captive part because you weren't sure what they did with the captive.
Oh well,
Yeah.
at this point now, that's not as important because we have a plan to go in and suck the evil out of Ironroot. When before it was more sneakily rescue Remy. We might not have to be sneaky about rescuing Remy after the evil is gone, because
That's if we don't attract any attention.
Yeah.
That's gonna what's our main? I mean, I hate to say it, but what's our main priority? Remy
well,
or Ironroot?
I think it does both because we got to get in the building.
They're both in the same building, so we have to handle both.
Right.
Whether it's kill Lord Root or save him is the bigger question when it comes to him. But the other task that we're going to accomplish while we're in that building is getting Remy.
Yeah.
We're
You're
trying to
talking
nail
about-
two birds with one stone here. But the
Yes.
question is it what are we doing with bird number 2?
Yeah. Do we do this quietly or do we do this making noise?
Well, if we
So
do this
let's-
make if we do
let's
this
be
making
real,
noise, it's gonna have to be in the building.
Correct. But let's be
Because-
real. If we're going to do anything with the Warforged, I mean, that's going to attract attention,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what we do. Not to say that rescuing Remy wouldn't attract attention, but
Well,
I mean,
the only way in and out of that building is that front door that we found. So, I mean, if we can get in, bar the door behind us, then we're trapped in there with him and whatever
Well,
else happens to
And
be
we
in
just
there.
need the time that Chestrock said. And then after that, he's still their lord,
in theory, yeah.
in theory. But, I mean, that's... That
Well,
point, that's
let me
his...
put it this way: I can either bar the door or I can hold him down. One of the two.
Well,
Let's...
I mean, the average door around here has some, especially in a keep like that, usually has some type of bar. Like the log drop across, or a lock, or something.
Yellen, how are you with holding doors or people?
I'm not super strong.
Do you have any sort of spells, warding spells?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
no.
I am.
But I do have a particular, not theory, but I'm posing a question of are we just going in assuming this is not a possession that he asked for?
Yes. Well, maybe it doesn't. Chestrock, will it matter? Can you extract the evil from him whether he wants it or not?
If it was willing, there will be no saving him. He will need to be destroyed.
Oh, so then we're either gonna save him or we're gonna have a big fight.
And my other question is how much do we know of Chestrock?
How much do we know Chestrock? Like,
I'm
Chestrock's
right
been
here.
with
You
us
can
forever and
ask
a
any
day.
questions of me, and I will answer them truthfully.
I've gotten to know Chestrock pretty well.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I bring this up is based on the history you gave me of Asmodeus. I mean, he's known as a liar. And in theory, if this guy's possessed, per se, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to say, how do we know if we put Chestrock back into this thing that we're not going to summon the devil himself?
We don't.
As a religious sort, you should know, good Otis, that you need a ritual to summon a creature. Me joining with him is not ritualistic. It is a bonding of two souls. If anything
Okay.
was going to summon him, it would have been the beheading of the three in the square earlier today.
Well,
So-
then, if that's the case, then what if it's the case just like our friend over here with Silt?
I got an idea. How about
What about
Chesrock?
us?
You stay here with Otis. You guys get to know each other a little bit. Maybe help Otis trust you a little bit better. Me and Silt are gonna take off, and we're gonna go get this information gathering done, and then we'll come back once we have that information. We'll see where we stand, and we'll go from there. But at least then we'll have the information that we've been wanting, so we can decipher how to get you guys in as captives, or if that would work, even. Does that work?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going through my spell list right now to see if I have anything.
Okay.
Forget you can swap them out after a long rest, Brad.
No, I know, but for whatever reason, when I click spells on Fantasy Grounds, it's not like nothing is pulling up.
Make sure your modules are loaded. Sometimes they unload, so double check your modules.
So I would try and use the psychic whispers to get us connected so we could talk while we were walking, but it only lasts for an hour, and it takes at least an hour to get up to where we were.
Oh, who
So-
do we need to talk to? I think mine lasts for.
Well, you
Uh,
pick one of these two that's staying behind, and
Okay. Telepathic connection equals. Oh, never mind. It's not very long. It's far, but it's not very long.
but that's a deal with mine. Mine's over a mile long, but it only lasts for an hour.
It takes you an hour just to get to the front gate from the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Unless you were
and we got
flying.
the earring.
If you were flying, it'd be quicker.
Is the earring within range?
It's only 300 feet.
Okay.
It has a forever time frame on it. We can do it forever, but the problem is it's only good for 300 feet.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. You either get distance or time, but you don't get both.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So, okay.
So. Okay, I say we head in, and I don't. You want to just, I don't know, find a roof on a building and just sit and watch them, or how do you want to go about obtaining this information? So.
Yeah, I would say just sitting and watching until we see something that, you know, tells us we need to get closer or follow or get more information. Stay out of sight.
From our vantage point now, where we are now, we can watch guards coming in and out of the gate and what they do if they bring in captives, right?
You can see them pass through the gate. Once they get
Right.
into the city proper, you won't have a clue what they do with them.
Right. Okay. So, um, hmm. Can Gallon or Otis? Can one of you guys? Um, yeah. Thank you for the map. That's appreciative. Um, can one of you send a signal of some sorts into the air if you see them coming in with prisoners? I mean, we don't want to use anything too obvious, but
Well, I mean, we'd see them not long after they'd see them.
yeah. Well, okay. Okay, well, let's head in and find a spot, I guess.
Okay.
Back down.
So
Are you gonna change into a particular disguise before we go, Silt? Because I know
Yeah,
you said you switched out.
I'll be Goblin again.
I'm just gonna leave myself right where I'm at. I'm not gonna keep switching back and forth, back and forth. I'm afraid I'm gonna break it.
So DM, can I ask?
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking through my spell lists. Can I say that, like, since they're going into town, if I come across a spell that I'm going to use, that I would have asked them to pick up whatever materials I needed?
If you don't already have it, then yeah, you could give them a wish list and see if they can accommodate it.
Yeah. Sorry, there's just a ton of spells, and I don't want to hold up the game looking through spells.
Okay. Yeah, no, we can retcon all that, no issues.
Okay.
So they know whether or not they'll find the materials is a whole nother story, because the market here is completely different than it is on the surface.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can retcon that so we can keep things going. So Silt and Tatty, you guys make your way back into the city, no issues. Now, you have a decision to make. You can post up in a roof somewhere around and be at a disadvantage on your perception checks to see what happens in the central area. Or you can post up in the central area to be able to see clearly, but you may run the risk of situations that could end up with you getting caught. All just depends.
Well, I was thinking being closer to the entrance so we catch them coming in. Because presumably they'd
So like back by the gate.
coming in. Mm-hmm. And then
Okay.
once we see them, stalk them.
Okay.
Well, see, that's why I was asking about the signal flare earlier. If we post up where we're about 95% sure they're going to bring them anyways,
Mhm.
we're already in place, we don't run the risk of being caught stalking them. And that flare signal, whatever they're using to let us know that they're bringing captives in, lets us know to keep our eyes peeled for them coming.
Well, we either have to watch for captives or watch for the signal. 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Well, if we're okay, so I'm gonna use my ping here. If we're post up like let's say right here, because it's right near where the guard shack is, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
The guard shack is on the island.
Way down here.
So the guard shack
Okay.
is like right here.
Okay, yeah.
These four pillars in the center, that was the ritual pit, and then this was the building where the guards told you the prisoners were being kept. And then there's another building just off to the side there, that's the guard shack.
Okay.
But like, okay, maybe I haven't made myself clear. It's I want information about when we come in past the like gate too.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
Okay.
we need to know the correct handshake at the gate, or like, hey Bob, we found these two or whatever.
Okay. All right. I hear what you're saying, and I'm with you on that because that's more information. Okay. That's the plan.
Is there a period of time you guys are going to stay before returning to the cliff if you don't see anything, or you like
Yeah.
how if no prisoners come in, how long are you going to sit there for essentially?
Till nightfall.
It's dark. It was dark
always
before you
dark.
left the cliff.
It's always dark.
Yeah. You
We're in a hole underground.
Yeah, but you said till nightfall. You have no way of knowing when that is.
If
Okay.
we cycle through, like if we find ourselves where we're fairly certain we won't be interrupted or seen, if you and I cycle through a rest period, that would be at least a way that we could approximate time and get a rest.
Sounds like game plan. Okay.
Galen and Odes, anything you guys up to while they're on their adventure?
I am talking to Chestrock.
Okay. About anything in
Right.
particular, or just trying to
Yeah.
see if he's up to snuff?
No, just like checking to make sure he's okay. It probably wasn't cool seeing his master like all possessed and shit after a really, really, really long time. Talking about that, and then asking about more about his master and like what he was like before he got possessed.
Okay.
Their story, their history.
Yeah.
Just any more insight he can give.
Over the course of the conversation, he's kind of got a depressed vibe, but at the same time a focused vibe. It's like it sucks, but I know what I have to do type demeanor, if that makes sense. But yeah, he would fill you in about Ironroot, letting you know that you actually remind him a lot of his master. Very nature focused, quick on his feet, dexterous, able to work natural magics a little bit. Yeah, you and him are very similar. You remind him a lot of his master.
And I'm doubly sorry that he got possessed. Or willingly got possessed. And Chestrock, how do you feel about the possibility of us having to kill him, possibly?
If it comes to that, that means that is no longer my master.
And what would happen to you?
I would continue as I have been. Or until I find another Warforged who accepts me.
I was worried that, like, once you tried to merge with him, that, like, we would lose you too, and I don't want that.
No, it's not a one and done. It's like a USB.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But they bond once they merge. So long as one of them or both of them exist, they stay bonded. But if one of them ceases to exist, you can always go find another.
And then, just like as a side note, after like we got the serious stuff done, at least on my end, I would ask about like, tell me about your adventures with him.
A lot of
just have him sit there and chatter with me for hours.
lot of traipsing through forests and keeping nature safe from poachers, and a lot of time cultivating gardens. He had a particular knack for fungi and making poisons with them. yeah, that's really it. Quite the fighter
Okay.
What
for
did he fight
himself.
with?
Back in the day, he had a bow and a war pick. Some dual purpose. The pick, he didn't like using the pick in combat so much. It was more of a if I can't use my bow type scenario. But that was more of a utility of convenience.
Okay.
But he was equally deadly up close and at a distance.
Did you see those weapons down there with him?
I didn't see anything. I was in the bag the whole time.
Okay.
Any other direct questions for him outside of general?
I think that's good for me, Otis.
No, I'm just listening to the conversation that you guys are having.
Okay. If you guys think of anything else, speak up or write it down and I'll answer it before we continue after we do Silt and Taddy. The two of you have no issues getting through the gate. You look like you belong there, so the guards don't even say anything to you as you walk in. You find a semi-secluded communal campfire type area, if that describes it best. Nobody currently there, but you decide that that's a good spot. You got a view of the gate, a view of the road leading into the city, which you are on the edge of. And the occasional Duragar goblin comes and sits, warms himself at the fire, and leaves. Nobody talks to you for the duration.
Short rest.
Hold that thought.
If we're taking turns watching.
No. Actually. Not even an hour after you sit down, two Duragar and a Drow come walking through the front gate with a half-orc in chains. It is a single half-orc, big, bulky, brawny, muscular type, and he is chained like an animal. The two Duragar are essentially dragging him as the Drow walks behind him with a spear, like prodding him to move or be speared. And they start working their way through the city with him.
So they didn't stop at the gate or anything.
No, as they pass by the gate, one of the guards is like, "Ha! That's a good one. Ironroot will love that." And they pay no mind. They are completely focused on this giant lumbering half-orc that they're trying to keep contained, and they keep moving.
Well, Taddy, shall we go for a casual stroll into town?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make our way in the same direction.
Okay.
Silt, you talk to people in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I talk to people in their heads. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. I want to cast Psychic Whispers.
Okay. Not a spell. You don't cast it. It's an ability, so you can
Well.
use it.
Okay.
That's the literal in me coming out, being a dick.
Okay. I got an 8, so I can do up to 3 people.
Okay.
Myself, Silt, and the half-orc.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you I'm gonna throw the Psychic Whispers just so it's on me.
Yeah.
And put it on Silt, just so
Mhm.
that it's on the district. But he's not on the thing, so
Yep. Got you. He's got it. I'm aware.
okay. So I'm gonna say okay. So I know this sounds weird, but I gave you, me, and the half orc psychic whispers, so we can communicate for the next hour telepathically. I actually need to find a half orc down here. It's a side thing, not of major importance. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I also thought it might be an opportunity for us to get information from the captive's perspective if he's cooperative.
Also, possibly a big, strong ally when we need to
Yeah.
hold some doors and shit.
Yeah. So, but let's follow and see where they lead him,
Okay.
and I'll try and see if I can't communicate with him.
Well, I can communicate too, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
gonna
but
open this as a party line.
yeah,
I'll let you
but
take the lead, but if you need help with persuading a half orc,
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
let me know.
So you guys begin following them through the city. I'm gonna need a check from each of you. It's your choice. If you're trying to be hidden, it'll be stealth. If you're just trying to look casual, it'll be performance.
What are you? Stealth?
I'm sneaky, but that's always my choice. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can use my
Okay.
psychic whispers. 16.
16 and a 26. Okay. You guys follow them. Are you gonna try and talk to that half orc before you get wherever they're going, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, when we
Go
start
ahead and-
moving.
You're moving.
Okay. I'm gonna say, don't say this out loud. I'm talking to you through your mind. You can speak back to me through your mind. Um, we're here to try and help. What's your name, half orc?
What's your spellcasting ability?
My spellcasting ability?
Yeah, like for your spells, which modifier do you use?
Wisdom, I think it is.
Sure, it's not
no.
intelligence. Your wisdom's 11.
Maybe. It's in here somewhere. Hold on.
I don't think you have it set it up because it just says base.
It's in the notes for that stuff somewhere. I just gotta find it.
It lets you choose, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, so it's probably intelligence then. Or charisma. If it let me use charisma.
It can be intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, your choice.
Okay. Well, my intelligence and charisma are the same. So
Okay. Well, I need you to make a decision because once you make that decision, you're stuck with it for the rest of the character.
Okay. I'll dig into it. I think I could have swore I put it in there somewhere, but I'll use charisma for now. It just seems appropriate for fairy stuff.
And roll a persuasion check for me. Okay. You hear back telepathically. If this is a trick, I swear, I'll kill you when I get... Yeah, it's an open mic. If this is a trick, I'll kill you when I get these chains off. You can see the half-orc, like, looking after hearing your voice.
Okay. So I'm going to reiterate that we are allies with a 17 persuasion.
You see him, like, kind of shrug against the chains that have him wrapped. He goes, I guess I'll have to believe you for now.
Okay, let's start with your name so we can communicate. I'm Taddy.
Just call me Orc.
Orc.
Okay.
Okay, Orc. We understand that they are taking you in with the rest of the prisoners. We're coming to get one of those prisoners out. Any information that you can give us from your perspective, once you're out of our sight, would be greatly appreciated, so we can get in there with you and hopefully get everybody out.
Fine. I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's all I got. Silt, do you have anything?
I could just try to reiterate what a good idea it will be to listen to us and help us, if you want.
That's up to you. Your call.
Let's try
I'm
it.
yeah.
19 plus 10 is really not a bad number.
I said I'd believe you and I'd help. You don't need to keep trying to convince me.
Thank you, Orc. Thank you.
You will follow them through the city to the central island, back to the building where the prisoners are kept. As they approach the front door, they stop. The Duergar standing at the door will go inside, come back a moment later with Ironroot in tow. Move your guys' tokens. Come back with Ironroot. At this point, I need you to make either another performance check or stealth check as you attempt to not be seen by them or blend in and look like you belong there.
I'd add my psychic die, but it's only going to get me to a 7 anyway. So. Oh no, I already got a +7 to it. Fuck yeah, throw that fucking thing on there. Hold on.
So adding extra ability dies do not negate crits.
Yeah.
So it's still a nat 1, even though it adds up to an 11.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah. Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you make that work. Sometimes you don't. I don't.
It depends on the situation.
Right,
Which,
right.
for this situation, I'm going to put you guys back on this other map. And go ahead and put your tokens wherever you would be in this scenario. The ritual area is empty. There's still 1 or 2 guards sitting out front of the guard shack, leisurely drinking, enjoying their downtime, conversing. And then there's the 2 trolls and the Duergar in front of the other building, with the 2 Duergars and Drow that brought the prisoner up. And then Ironroot has just walked out.
If all this area that I'm pinging is open,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm going to be.
Is it all open?
Yeah. Nope, it's an open courtyard. There's nothing in between Taddy and Ironroot.
Okay.
Except for you, right now.
Except
well,
for you.
yeah, I would be hanging out too.
Okay. Easy enough. So you guys will witness as Ironroot walks out, places his hand on the chest of the half-orc. Inside your minds, you will hear him scream as you witness the red veins of Iron Root glow and throb and flux. When he removes his hand, he will pull a small, it's like a kitchen knife, it's not even a dagger, and just make a small slit across the half-orc's chest, taking a swoop of his blood on his finger and then rubbing it along the half-orc's forehead. Hear him say, "Put him in the cell. Keep him chained. I don't trust this one." And then he will step to the side. You'll see the two Duergar and Drow take him in. From this vantage point now, what you can see is a long stone hallway. It is finely carved marble walls and ceiling. Torches and pillars line the hallway. On the right, you can see, it's either 2 or 3 doors. I think it's 3 doors. At the far end is one large set of stone double doors. And on the left, you can see 3 iron grated doors. So like prison cell doors, if that makes sense.
Okay.
They will take the half-orc to the left through the first iron grate door. Just as they do, you will notice that Iron Root is looking your direction, Taddy. He will then turn to one of the trolls, whisper something, glance back at you, and walk inside, and the doors will shut behind him.
Rolls.
After Orc screamed, I would say, "Orc, are you okay?" as well. Or what happened? Are you okay? What happened?
No response.
I've been doing this long enough. I know what's coming. I know when I fuck shit up. Let's put it this way. I've done it enough times.
As you turn, the troll will say, "You, stop!" He is by himself, walking casually towards you.
I'm gonna jet behind this corner. Is the arena clear?
Yeah, there's nobody there.
Good. Disguise change, goblin. Because if he's just casually walking, that means I got time.
With the troll's speed, his casual walk is pretty quick. Yeah, troll. I think
Okay,
that
because
movement's
I thought
pretty
there were
quick.
Durgans.
There's
What is it?
one Duergar and 2 trolls standing guard.
Oh, okay.
Well, pretty average movement actually, but you shift. He will get over there and stick his head through. Do you see a guard come through here?
I'm gonna nod.
Good. Get after him. Tell him the boss said he needs to get back to work. And the troll will turn and make his way back to his post.
I'm gonna run this way.
Okay.
And then try and come up behind Silt and psychically whisper. I had to change disguises.
I will psychically nod. Not really. I'll acknowledge that. Well, okay. I think that's the information we need. Orc doesn't seem to be online anymore.
Yeah, I'll reach out telepathically. Orc, you're inside. Are you alive, bud?
What the fuck was that? Oh, this is worse than any hangover. Fucking kill me.
he did, dude, but that's what we're trying to find out. He did something to you pretty bad, huh?
I don't know. Where am I?
Well, look around, get your bearings. What do you see?
Fucking cages.
Okay. Somebody put you in that cage. And I'm assuming they locked the door?
As you say that, the two Duergar and Drow that had dragged him in come back out the front door. It's just a cage. They didn't even bother to take the chains off. Fucking pussies.
Okay,
They're
bud.
scared of you. That's why.
Okay.
They should be.
Alright, sounds like a gameplay. We
You
know
feel-
how to...
Do you feel hurt?
Feels
I mean,
like every hangover I've ever had, all combined into one.
you've only been out for a couple of seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, so just know that.
I think I'm gonna. And he goes silent.
Okay, so it sounds like...
I puked. It's nasty. It smells. Get me out of here.
Okay. We'll be back. We'll be back as soon as we can, man. You gave us the information we needed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there guards in there?
There's
With you?
nobody in here. I mean, I can see the hallway. I can hear some voices. Sounds like there's a few across the hall.
Prisoners?
They're speaking a language I don't understand. Sounds like the same one them guards that dragged me in here were speaking. There's gotta be... Hold on, let me roll an insight check for him.
Think hard, buddy. Think hard. You can do this. I know
Well-
it's hard because what he did, but
There's at least 5 or 6 of them in there, but I can't see them. They're behind a door.
okay. We can work with that. We can work with that.
I will, real quick, show you what you saw. Kinda give you a little oomph. So you saw this hallway.
I see black. Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta give it a second. New map maker. They took him down this doorway.
Okay.
And he's saying he hears voices from across the hall from him. Just for reference sake.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So we got a layout. We know what they're doing with the prisoners. We know there's at least roughly a half dozen in there. Sounds like I'm just talking to myself at this point. I'm not psychic whispers or anything. To me, it sounds like we can bring Galen and Otis in as well, no. We could just bring Otis in. Because Galen could disguise herself. She can disguise herself as a guard. Right?
Daddy, you're gonna be the one to ask Otis to get cut in the chest, though. It's not gonna be me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Otis ain't gonna like it, but if anybody can handle it, it's that big purple oaf.
That's true.
Besides, he likes to drink, right? Sounds like he's gonna get a major hangover. So he can handle it. He can handle it. We got our information. Do you need anything else, Silt? Or is there any information you can think of we need to get?
Daddy, I'll tell you what I need. I need an army, but I don't have that yet, so no, I'm good.
Okay. So with that said, let's head back. We we got our information, and we'll see where Otis and Gallon is with Chesrock, and formulate the last tidbits of our plan.
The devil's in the details.
Yep.
I would venture to say that when you get back, Chestrock and Gallon are playing patty cake or some shit.
Oh, Dust, did you find any components that you needed us to get?
Yeah, let's do that if you have that list.
Yeah. It's a quick swing by the marketplace for us. So.
Mhm.
Where we were.
I'm not good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Nothing. I guess it goes for a small retcon conversation of just depends on what you guys want me to do with it. I have one option that doesn't require anything. I have a couple other options that require a bunch of stuff. Actually,
Okay.
that one doesn't require anything.
It's very non-specific. Why don't you break it down?
Yeah. Are you guys wanting me to bring back somebody from the dead?
Well, if we can put it on the options, that would be great.
I mean, it has to be like a fresh dead.
Well, it will be.
Like as in like the last minute.
Yes, it will be.
So, if you want that, then I will need a diamond worth 300 gold. Which I doubt we're probably going to find down here.
I can tell you right now you won't. So unless one of you has it on you, that's not.
I have a big gem. It doesn't happen to be a diamond, does it?
We haven't clarified what the gem is.
Held on it to it for some reason.
No. It's like
Okay.
a purple color.
I mean, that's really it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need any.
How fancy is the Kia Paylord?
Good question. Let
I
me.
was like, who you asking, me or him?
No, the DM. Daddy's been collecting shit, dude.
Is that
I
in your
figured you
inventory?
probably have.
Yes, sir. And there's no information on it. That's why I'm asking you.
That's because it's a homebrewed item. So.
Yeah.
It's not super fancy. Like it's just copper construction. But
gems?
the head of the key is engraved in the symbol of Paylor, which was how you guys were able to
Okay.
identify it.
Okay. So no fancy gems.
Yeah, no, it's probably worth like 3 or 4 copper at most if you were gonna sell it, and that would be solely off material value.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing I can think of.
Unless you could find like a historian of the old world, they might pay you more.
Yeah. Well, I'm not looking to sell it. I was looking to dismantle it if it had gems. What are earrings of messages made out of?
Gold and silver.
Okay. Never mind then.
Not very much though.
Once again, not trying to sell it, thinking about dismantling.
Yeah, no, any of you wearing an earring of message, you've got the I just got my ear pierced at the mall stud going on.
Okay.
Just like the
Right
little
now it's just-
the little brass ball with the stem. That's
Right now
about
it's
it.
just me and Gallon.
Yeah.
So I haven't passed the other ones out yet. I've been keeping them in reserves for whatever we may need them for.
See if people keep pissing you off or not. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
well, then in that case,
I don't have any material unless you want to bring back a 6.5 foot tall statue of one of these guys,
What?
particularly made out of stone.
Wait. But
Oh, I forgot about that.
can you
You guys
Hey.
heard me right?
can you stop people from dying, but not necessarily bring them back?
Like, are you talking like above talking like Spear the Day?
Yes.
I have to look. Hold on, sorry. Look it up real quick.
I think
Not
that's
sure
a.
if I have that as my
I think
cantrip
that's a
or not.
cantrip, so you either have it or you don't.
I don't remember if I took that or not. I might have. But in regards to actually bringing somebody back, yeah, that's not going to happen. But again, if you can find a 6.5 foot tall statue,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they have.
bigger, and it's got to be made out of stone.
Weren't there snake statues at the?
There's a requirement on that that you don't meet yet. Oh, Brad.
What requirement is that?
The first paragraph, second sentence. You need 2 of something to be able to do that.
You get the same spell then.
Okay. So.
Oh,
sound-
no, I'm looking at something in your inventory, not a spell. So we're not on the same page. Never mind.
What do I have in my inventory there?
Certain something.
Obviously something I don't know about yet then. So that means there's something in the inventory that I'm not fully aware of.
That.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't even looking at that yet. No. Not
Okay.
even close.
Yeah, no, you're not there yet. So.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even close to looking at that one. No, I was looking at above table meld into stone. That's what I was looking at.
Okay. I think Godric tried using that spell once and it didn't work great.
Which spell was that?
Meld into stone.
Oh, yeah. Meld into stone. You get to essentially walk into a stone wall, and then you get to walk back out. That's it.
What do you need statues for on that?
Because the first paragraph says you step into a stone object or a surface large enough to fully contain your body.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you'd hide inside of it and then, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
We are bringing an offering of this statue. Which just happens to be a Trojan horse.
All right. Well, you guys are back at the cliff. All information has been relayed. What are you doing?
Short rest or long rest. For me.
Yeah,
You guys
I'm
you guys are starting to get hungry. Like you're used to eating 1 meal a day. It's usually around dinner time and your stomachs are grumbling pretty good. So, by your
Feels like
best
dinner.
guess, it's about dinner time. So are you guys doing short rest, long rest? What are you doing?
This is still the same day as the ritual earlier, right?
Yep.
So can we rest overnight?
Yeah, if you were to take
Rest
a
overnight.
long rest right now, by your best guess, it would be kind of like late middle of the night when you woke up.
Woke up. Okay.
So it wouldn't be dawn yet when you woke up. It'd be like late middle of the night.
I'm gonna eat.
So you guys doing a long rest then? Is that
down for a long rest because I'm gonna change out one of my spells.
Yeah,
Love
I'm
to.
good with that. I'm gonna eat some mushrooms before I go to bed.
okay? Ooh,
I think
don't
I got
do
some
it.
shark meat I'll eat.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do during that time period?
Mm,
Nah.
maybe discuss with Odess and see if he's actually okay with lots of pain.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Say, that might be a very good question to ask him.
Yeah.
Patty?
Yeah, I'm gonna relay the information that we came across about 3 guards brought a captive in. They pokey all the way up to the locker room. Um, Guards checked him out. Big boss came out, checked him out. Took a little blood from his chest, smeared it on his forehead, and oh boy got a really bad hangover. So if this is the plan we're going to use, you're going to end up with a little bit of major hangover there, bud. But it'll get us inside.
So,
And we have a half-orc that's willing to help us. Because he wants to get the fuck out.
so I go to prison for you once already. Now I get to go
How
again.
did I know you're gonna be back on that bullshit?
Well,
Sorry.
you're not actually,
I'm not here.
for this
Sorry,
thing.
continue.
You're not actually going to jail. You're just pretending to be going until we get inside. Then once we're inside, that ruse is over.
In the meantime, I get poked and prodded and beat the fuck out of.
Dude, I've seen you down at the Rusty Anchor. You've gotten drunk off your ass with plenty of hangovers. I know you can handle it.
And this is just to get Remy, correct?
Yeah.
Well,
Remy?
Nope, this is for Chest Rock too.
I was muted. As soon as you said this is just for Remy, Chest Rock would have glowed a bright red and been like, ahem.
Well, I mean, we haven't. Our main goal at this point in the conversation is to get ourselves in. This is all to get us in and to get Remy. And if we can figure out what to do with the master once we get inside, then yeah, we're going to do what we can for the master. But right now, even now, we don't have any way of getting information to know exactly what we're going to do, other than we're going to get in there, try and hold him down if possible, and let Chest Rock do his thing, or...
Well, we can hold him down. That's not a problem.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll dogpile that some bitch. We have to. We'll figure it out.
Per se. I guess we really don't have any other option than this. Alright. I'll agree to it.
Thank you.
Mm.
Otis? Would you, when we go, hand your bag and your trident to Gallon. It's not going to be very believable that you've been captured if you got all your stuff with you.
Alright.
So, and Gallon,
Mhm.
you can play the role as the third guard who's poking the slave. Daddy
He
just...
needs it.
Well, that's what that one guy was doing, right? Right, Sil? Right, Sil?
Yeah, it technically correct. Whether Odessa is gonna need it or not,
It's
We'll
up to
see.
Otis. Remember, make it believable.
If
you
you're talking about Otis getting tortured, he's gonna shoot you a glare at it. Shoot a glare
No,
at you.
no, you're not being tortured. You're just gonna get poked in the ass by your own trident if you don't move.
Can't help it, I'm laughing. I
Daddy's
probably will
laughing.
poke him with his own trident.
That sounds smart.
Your
Poke him with
rest.
my short sword or something. His trident's evidence.
If you want it out, I put it in the bag of holding. Do you want it out?
No, put it in the bag of holding. That way it's all easy.
All right. Your rest carries on without any incident. You see the city slow down. It doesn't sleep. It's a 24-hour operation environment, but it definitely slows, indicating that the majority of folks are at their domicile or sleeping or in a tavern somewhere. And as you all feel rested, rejuvenated, top-notch, 100% ready to go, the city is in its low point of traffic.
Okay. So I say when the next set of guards leave, we use them as a point of reference. What did we determine was their time out? Like when they leave, how long does it take for them to come back?
If they come back empty-handed, about an hour. You have witnessed a patrol come back within 20 minutes with a prisoner, though.
Okay. Do we want to try and prevent the guards from coming back? Or do we want to risk it and just disguise ourselves like them and say we came back quickly with a captive? What do you guys think?
Can I retcon one thing during our long rest?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to ask Gal to, since I have some scrap metal, I would hopefully try to be able to pull that out and bend it into the shape of Poseidon's trident. And I'm going to ask her to either brand it or, like, I hate using the word carve, but scarify it on my chest so that I have something if they're going to take everything. Because he need, long story short, he needs the emblem, right? He needs that's his focus, right?
Yeah.
So if he has it on him permanently,
I mean, you have an
I would
emblem of Poseidon. I don't know if a brand would work for that. It needs to be like a material religious object for you.
We implant his necklace under his skin.
I say just burn that shit in my chest.
Wait, you already got a like a holy symbol, right?
You got a prison
That's what I'm-
pocket, bro. You've already been locked
Yeah,
up. You know how
that's
this
what I
game
was-
works.
That's what I was about to say. Just use your prison pocket.
I use nothing in no prison pocket. We'll
Here,
put it that
let
way.
me help.
Oh dear.
We will put it that way. If I remember right, it just needs to be the emblem because in theory, clerics get to take a choice between having an actual amulet, a ring, or just an emblem.
And you chose an
And I would
emblem,
I would
if I remember
assume that
correctly.
if I have an emblem on the
Well, those are
shield,
interchangeable. So like if you have the amulet that used to be pearls. So you could
Correct.
wear that and it will work because it's an amulet of Poseidon. She just doesn't believe in Poseidon anymore. So you can
I'm assuming-
interchange between the two of them. You don't have to use emblems if you picked emblem. That's just the one you started with.
So this is where my thought's coming from. if I'm going to be a prisoner, they're probably going to take everything from me.
That's why you're giving everything to Galen.
Yeah.
Correct. But
And
I
then as soon as we
need-
get through the door, you're gonna have it back.
Well, as soon as he's not passed out through the door.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm going to end up in a prison cell. At some point.
That's
That-
what we're trying to avoid. We're trying
Well,
to just
You don't
in the
you don't
door.
know that for sure. So.
True.
No, I'm trying to give myself a fighting chance.
It would be extremely easy for you to keep that amulet of Poseidon on your person in a
Put it in your
convenient
boot.
positioning.
What?
You can
I'll roll with that.
cock wrap
Or-
the necklace of it so that it's on your junk. So
Yeah, there you go.
I
yeah.
was just trying to come up with, well, fuck it. If they're going to take everything and I keep going back to frickin' prison,
Put.
then
I mean, if you don't want to use the prison pocket, you could essentially hang it inside your pants, off your belt.
I will go as far as to say you could swallow it, but all of your spells will bolt out of your stomach for the duration
my
that
God,
you until you pass it
Yes.
for the next 48 hours.
You do that. I'm calling
Lightning
Care
bolt,
Bear from
lightning
here on out.
bolt.
no,
Ugh.
I'm good.
Shoots out of your belly button.
You are no longer
But that's all I
Otis,
got.
you are Care Bear. Care
No,
Bear
you're
Watts.
you're able to keep that amulet on your person easily enough. So,
All right.
little help from
So that-
Taddy. He hides it.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is since we're guards, we could essentially just hold on to it and put it back on you when we get inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be sneaky sneak.
Leave that
What-
to the sneaky sneaks.
What manner of restraints are you using on Odess?
We got manacles.
We do.
Okay. Perfect. Are you guys going, or is there anything else you want to do?
Hold on. No disappearing down whirlpools with my last set of manacles. Okay.
Oh, there's a whirlpool. I'm definitely going.
Shit.
But you'll get them back to her, right?
Eventually.
Okay.
Deal.
Not all of us have sticky fingers.
Well, I don't think Poseidon had sticky fingers so much as magic whirlpool, whatevering.
Right.
Or whoever that old dude was.
All right.
You think my fingers are sticky? He smiles. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Things tend to go missing.
Pillsbury Doughboy. You all climb down from the cliff, manacle up Odess, perform your disguises. Speaking of which, who's disguising as what? And Galen, make sure you mark off a spell slot for that.
Well, we're getting to the point. Have we already walked an hour to get to where we need to go? Because my disguise self only lasts for an hour.
Yeah, we will say you guys are at the point where you need to do it. So you're like just around the corner from the tower.
Back to the Drugan.
Yep.
Duragar.
Duergar.
So yeah, I will cast. Once we get to that spot and we're ready to go in, I will cast disguise self to look like a guard.
Well, the last two, or the last set of guards that left for patrol, were they
2 Duragars and a Drow.
okay?
We
Well,
could just say that, like, we've been out there chasing this one for days because he's slippery. Maybe. I don't know. I'm getting tired.
Well, I mean, if we look like what left,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're actually going to question anything.
Until they come back again.
Yeah.
So 3
Okay.
Duragars, final answer?
Nah, if Galen can pull off a drow, she's CL.
She's tall enough.
Yeah. I don't
Familiar
think
with
she
their
can,
anatomy.
I don't think she
Yeah,
could
you
pull
are.
off a.
You
don't
would
think
have
she can-
you would have seen him coming and going from the path over the last 2 days.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be a believable Duergar.
No, I can be a drow. That's fine. Feels poetic, honestly.
All right. Perfect.
The three of
Hey,
you,
DM.
good. Yeah.
Quick question.
Purple.
The guard shack. The building off to the side of the main one.
Yeah.
Why does that look like a penis? What was those rooms meant to be?
That was the one he started with. Was
Yeah,
smaller.
I made a small one initially, and then I drew closer to scale.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if like it was an overhang, if it was a.
No, because I had the small box, and then I made the slightly larger, and then the much larger, and then the little wing. So
Okay. I just didn't know if there was a patio, if it was.
no, that was just to get
Like-
scale reference closer for you guys.
Thank you.
All right. You approach the watchtower leading into the city. The Druigar on duty. That's a weird one. Maybe that'll do the trick, he says to the other guard at the watchtower. They are conversing about the appearance of Odess, but do not direct any conversation directly at you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna reply back in undercommon. Yeah, and he was a pain in the ass to get to, fucker. Hiding in the fucking catacombs.
They
Smart.
just kind of burst out laughing as you continue walking past. Are you guys just V-lining for the prison?
Yeah, man, we've been out chasing this motherfucker. Tired. Want to get rid of him and go home or whatever.
Okay.
That kind of attitude.
You all arrive at the prison building. Very much like the same process you two witnessed before. As you approach, the Duergar steps inside the building. Right as you're getting to the door, he returns with Ironroot. Go ahead.
Step to the side so that Ironroot can get a clear shot of Otis, and I will say that this one was hiding in the caverns.
Mid-sentence,
Hard to
Ironroot
find.
holds up his hand as if to silence you. He steps forward, inspecting you, Odas. Reaches out to place his hand upon your chest. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was going to. This isn't just me saying, oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
this was going to happen. I was going to cast resistance when we got up, right before we got up there, and for Odess. Assuming that there would be a saving throw.
It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to Odess. You get to roll a d4 in addition to your saving throw and add it to your saving throw. Yeah. Beautiful. You feel a deep, painful, anguishing feeling, as if your soul is being ripped into a million pieces and then sewn back together, and you lose consciousness. The rest of you, as you see Odess fall unconscious, Ironroot will take out his little blade, make a thin slice on Odess's chest, swooping up the blood, writing a symbol upon his forehead with it, and then stepping to the side. Put him across from the orc, They can keep each other company.
Right away, sir. And I'll go over to grab an arm.
Yep. Let's go.
Putting you on the other map. It's a map. It's a map. Alright, you find yourselves inside the building. Soft snoring noises coming from the door on the right. And grunting struggles from the left.
Okay.
Which, as you approach, or even just take a step in, you will see the half-orc in the cell, seated up against the wall, wrapped in chains.
Okay. I nod towards that direction. Let's. He's head across the way from the orc, so let's just head in there.
Okay.
All right. The first gate is unlocked as you enter. Excuse me, I had to burp.
Okay.
As you walk in, you will hear the thud of the original door, and over your shoulder you can see Ironroot walk past the cell, heading down the hallway. A moment later, you hear the of a door, and a second later, the dung of a door closing.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to say, you guys wake Otis up. I'm gonna go deal with the orc. Just don't put him in the cage. Just try and help wake him up and get him to not draw attention.
Well, what kind of lock is on this cage? Is it just like a self-locking?
Yeah, it's your typical dungeon cell lock. There's
Does
nothing
it have,
special
like,
or fancy about it.
a padlock on it that we choose to lock?
No, it's integrate. It's an integrated lock, so it's built into
Okay,
the
so
door.
once the door shuts, it's locked.
Can
Uh,
we open it? I think is what she's getting at.
No, it needs to be locked and unlocked manually. It doesn't automatically lock when you close the door. So if you close the door and don't lock it, the door will just
Okay.
slightly swing ajar if not set properly.
So we can like go into the cell without being locked in the cell.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna head over to the cage where the orc is and see if I can open the door, push or pull.
You better talk to him first. Let him know
He's
who we are.
He's expecting us.
Yeah, but I mean, just let him know that it's, you know,
Yeah.
orcs
Does the
aren't
door-
always the most intelligent creatures.
So is the door just open?
No, his door is locked.
Okay.
Yeah, shoot.
Yep. Already on it.
What are you two doing to try and deal with Otis while he's picking a lock?
Have any smelling salts, gal?
Nope. Can I check the bag of holding for any smelling salts?
You got your armpits. None of you have bathed in like a week. Just saying.
I think we covered this in a separate campaign. That's not nice.
No, it's
Medicine?
not.
Medicine? Are you proficient in medicine?
I don't think so. No.
Will one of us get advantage if we both try to do a medicine check?
Yeah, what are you checking?
To gain insights into his condition and what to do, whether it's sleep or whether he's,
Yeah.
you know, poisoned or
Yeah, one of
magic.
you can roll at advantage. Or both of
I
you
have a
can roll
plus
independently.
2.
Go for it.
Okay.
With a 14, far as you can tell, he's just unconscious.
Okay, so I'm just gonna gently tap his face with my hand.
Okay. Odess, make a Constitution check. Beautiful. You wake up groggy as if you have the worst hangover ever. Taddy, the door unlocks and swings open.
Okay. I'm gonna say Orc. Orc, it's Taddy. As I step in.
He stops struggling against his chains. You're not what I expected you to look like. Starts struggling against his chains again.
I'm in a disguise, bud. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm in a disguise. We ain't got time for games. I'm looking over his chains. I'm looking for a locking mechanism for his chains.
You do not see one.
How did these chains work? Or
They-
how did they get you?
They locked him behind my back so I can't reach the damn thing. He's seated with his back against the wall.
Okay, so I'll look behind him.
You see a small little padlock.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pick the padlock.
Okay. Odess, you wake up hungover as shit. You might be muted there, Brad.
There we go. I guess I got to turn on the right microphone. That might be a good idea.
Usually helps.
You're gonna hear a bunch of grunts from Otis as he wakes up if he's hungover or shit like that. Bunch of grumbling. Probably similar to what you guys heard before.
I am going to take this moment to the leader thing, inspiring leader.
That takes 10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes.
If I remember correctly.
Never mind.
You spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions.
Okay. Forgot earlier, but oh well.
Beyond that,
I mean, could she retcon that for right before we left?
I will say yes, just because it's something that you have been doing consistently.
Yeah, I tried to remember to do it, but
Yeah, no, you've been pretty consistent with it, so I'd let you retcon and say you did it before you all took
Okay.
off.
Thank you, DM.
oops, not that
You're
one.
welcome.
Okay.
I can't find my notes. Taddy, you get the the lock unlocked. And he quickly gets all the chains off and stands up.
There you go. Or like I said, we try and get you out of here. Now we have some other business to attend to. would-
I think Orc should join us,
Well, I was just
maybe,
leading to
if you'd
that.
like to.
Yeah, I was just leading to that.
Okay.
We have some other business to attend to here. We'd really appreciate an extra set of hands if you wouldn't mind coming with us. It's easier and bigger numbers to get the hell out of here too.
What do you want me to do?
Just come with us, and wherever you can help, hop in. That's all I'm asking.
Muscle.
All right. Only because I owe my life and my freedom to you, though.
Thank you.
Fair
Orc.
trade.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Slate will be
yeah.
clean after that.
Are we on well enough terms to actually get a name, or are you still Orc?
Why would I fucking lie?
I reach into my bag and I pull a package out. This is for you.
Fuck. From
A friend
who?
of mine asked me to find you down here and drop this off.
He takes it, sniffs it. All right. And puts it in his pocket.
Oh, well, okay. All yours, buddy. My job's done. I'm gonna ixnay the package because I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Follow your lead.
Okay, so Otis, you're a clinky guy. Give us a second, and I'm gonna, as I come walking out, I'm saying this. I wanna, guys, I'm gonna head out into the hallway and figure out who's where before we make too much noise, and then we'll go from there.
Quite simple. You peek your head out. You hear soft sleeping noises coming from across the hallway.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna
that's it.
sneak my way to the next gate. So, up here, if I'm looking at this right?
It is more cells. They are a handful of various races. Most of them look like the old decrepit types you would see in movies working slave mines.
Okay. You know who I'm looking for.
Yeah,
There.
I'm well aware. No.
Okay. So I'm gonna set the movement, and I will give you another stealth check.
Okay. So you get to this one. The back corner all huddled up. A face you instantly recognize from your childhood.
Oh, he's cute. Cute little guy.
Sure. Okay, so Taddy's gonna fight the urge to just rush in. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm like really fighting the urge right now.
Constitution check.
Wise men say only
Uh,
fools rush in. Sorry.
Is this a door over here on the other side?
It sure is.
Okay, so is there some type of like window view? Something?
Nope. Solid door.
Okay, well I'm gonna try and sneak over there.
As you get around the corner, just out of eye shot of Remy, you will hear his voice croak as if he hasn't had anything to drink in quite some time. Help! Water!
I'm gonna try and crack that door open.
It cracks open. You
Enough to where I can
glance.
peek through.
Yep.
Yeah.
You glance inside, revealing a dining hall of sorts. There is another door on the far back corner.
But nobody's in there?
Nope.
Okay. So rinse and repeat for, is this a door? That looks like a door.
Yep, sure is.
Okay. Here's your stealth, and is this another can't see through?
You can't see through any of these doors. These are all solid wooden doors on this side.
Okay. And there's your sleight of hand to try and crack it.
Yep, that is a kitchen.
Alright. And one last door?
There's two doors, but the first one toward the bottom is where the people were snoring, right?
That's where you're hearing snoring noises coming from. As you go to crack this one, the hinge squeaks loudly, echoing through the hallway. But it does reveal an armory of sorts. At a quick glance, everything seems crudely made. Nothing sticks out as special or finely crafted.
this way. I will do my stealth check and throw on my psychic for that last one.
Okay.
And report back to Silt. Okay, here's what I found. And you know, everything that I just opened up, she now knows. I will say, you know, we heard the snoring from there, so I'm pretty sure that's probably some type of sleeping. But Remy's up there on the left-hand side, and we already know fat chances are about 95% sure Iron Root is directly north.
Okay. Probably safest to leave Remy there till we're finished with Iron Root.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure, but
How about we at least
Yeah.
get him freed?
unlock the gate.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't want him to be connected to us. He's probably not in great shape.
Well,
So he should just
yeah, I heard
hang
him.
back.
I heard him coughing pretty bad when I came walking through. So, but yeah, I know obviously I'm in a hurry to get him out, but I want to be safe about it, like you said. So, but in the off chance something happens, if we at least get him unlocked, there's a chance he can try and run.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey Orc, do you need a weapon?
Nah, I got
Okay.
this.
All right.
Thane. His name's
Oh
Thane.
yeah, Fane. Fane.
I suppose I could change his name in the tracker so you can, so I can remember it.
All right, so I think we're all ready to roll.
Kestrock, you ready?
I don't know if he's in a bag or hovering, but yep.
He
Let's
had
go.
to have been in a bag because we were
True.
going through town.
Yeah. So he will actually slip out of whoever's bag he was in at this point. I'm ready.
You got this, little buddy.
Yep.
Is it, does he have a token?
Yeah, it's
There he
next
is.
to Taddy
Okay.
now.
It's right
And
next to me.
Does he get the leader, the inspiring leader thing, or is that just not a thing?
I'm gonna say no. I think we've done it in the past, but in this scenario, no.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll make my way
Do it.
back up here.
Make it away.
Yep, make my way.
And I think maybe because Taddy's doing something the less stealthy of the party, we can take, well, not me, but we can take our time getting up there if it gives any advantage to stealth.
Well,
Moves at half his speed.
yeah. You guys will just move slowly. All right. Roll your sleight of hand to unlock the door.
Is this one locked?
Yes, it
The
is.
outside one? Okay.
Yeah. I should have made you roll for that first one, but I completely forgot. So you got a freebie. Okay. With a soft click, it opens up.
Okay. And round 2.
Same result.
Alright. Come in. Find Remy in the corner. Is he chained up or
He is not chained. He is kind of like curled fetal position in the corner, and as he lazily opens his eyes and sees you, he kind of jumps with shock. Please, don't hurt me again.
put my finger up to my mouth? Shh. Remy, it's tea. And I hand him my water.
He pauses for a second, and then you see the registry roll over his eyes as he recognizes your voice. Quickly grabs water skin and chugs it.
that toy sword. I pull it off my belt, set it on the ground. I found this. Now wait here.
Just come back.
That's the game plan, and I wink. And then catch up with the rest of the group.
Silt, as you get to that door, you would have seen Chest Rock hover over to it. But as you get up there, he will quietly whisper, "He's in there. I can feel him."
Okay, bud. You guys
Otis
ready?
gives the manacles back to Silt, if anybody missed that.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
I didn't leave him tied up down at the.
I see it. Okay. What are you doing?
I know it says the anchor's 20 pounds. I mean, is it big? I would assume it's not too big.
I mean, it's the size of a boat anchor that weighs 20 pounds.
So it's
So,
not super big then.
It's probably not very big.
well, your typical 10-pound anchor is about yay big, give or take, modern day. An older 20-pound anchor, probably not that much bigger than that. So, maybe the size of a basketball, roughly. Not a sphere, obviously, but length, width-wise.
Okie dokie. I am going to move something in my bag real quick.
Are you pulling that out of your bag?
I am.
Okay, so you have it in one hand.
No. Hold on. I'm putting it. Hold on. I'm trying to put it on here so I know where it's at.
Gotcha. Okay, I know what you're doing with it. You're good.
Alright.
Just moving it so it's readily accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to drop my disguise as well because I just want to walk into this room like I own the place as Silt.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Just gonna step up, prep up, get ready to walk in.
I'm going to wait until everybody's ready and then I will. God, if this door's locked, I'm going to open the door and walk in with Chestrock.
Okay.
And hopefully everybody is right behind.
Gallon, did you have anything to do prep-wise?
I don't think so.
Okay. I guess that's cue to walk in then. Who's going
I
in
mean,
first?
This is we're now going after
Iron Root.
Iron Root.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's
So
just
the
do
goal
this.
is to just get him prone, throw the anchor on him, hold him down until Chestrock can do his wiggity woo, and then
Oh,
they ride off into the sunset together.
Fingers crossed.
And then
It's not going to happen like
we-
that, but whatever.
We grab Remy and we go.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we're dreaming. That's not gonna work like that, but you know.
No, hey, I just want to make sure we have like I know the plan going in because frankly I've been confused this like whole time. And I've literally just been going with the flow.
No, it's fine because it's 11 o'clock, so there will be a cliffhanger. We'll have plenty of time to think
Yep.
about it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Oh my god! Ooh,
You all open the door and step into the room.
a portal to hell.
As you do, you see a giant pit in the center of this chamber. The walls lined with fungal growths. Some planting pots where certain plants are being, I don't know the word, cultivated. There you go. And you see Iron Root kneeling in front of this pit, the veins on his body and eyes fluctuating with a glowing red energy. His hand outreached over the pit, and a like tractor beam type red energy flowing down from his hand into the pit. And that is where we are going to stop tonight's episode.
The door is shut, by the way.
Okay.
I
You
shut,
guys
I shut the door behind me.
Okay, beautiful. We are going to retcon one thing before I let you guys go. In the cell with Remy, chained up like spread eagle against the wall, was Pearl.
Oh, well, that would be
And-
different.
And you guys would have freed her, and she is
Okay.
back in the party because we don't have campaign next weekend because I have to
But
pick her
then
up from
she'll
the
be back.
airport, and then she will be back the following week.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're gonna retcon she's there? No, I would retcon I'm gonna release her.
Yes. No, she
We'll
was
be back,
there.
girl.
I completely forgot that we weren't playing next week and all that fun stuff. So she was there. She was spread eagle. You released her. She told you that she doesn't know what happened. She woke up in the water. She was drifting with the current, and then she was here in the city, and they captured and contained her.
And she's hungry.
Oh god,
Yes.
she's probably starving.
Because it has been a couple of days.
So,
So,
if that's the case, I also want to retcon that I let her feed from me,
okay, perfect.
and we like heal everything up before we go and do this.
Okay, so I won't mark and just mark off whatever you're use. Oh no, she uses her her thing, so I'll mark off a
Yeah.
use of her
Healing, touch hands, lay on hands.
her lay on hands. Give her, she would have had a long rest by now, and I'll mark off a use of that. So that'll be good. That'll be good because otherwise, the first time anybody got hit, she would have had to roll to see if she goes into a frenzy or not. At the smell.
Oh.
Well, and then she also would she have also gotten the temporary hit points?
No. 'cause
No,
No.
I did that before.
that was
Okay.
before you guys left for the city.
Cool. Just
So-
double checking.
Okay, so you guys will all be here 2 weeks from now. I don't know if Mike or Brad is doing a one-shot next Sunday, but next Friday is going to be a one-shot because Mike's going to be at a Christmas party, and there are climaxing events that I don't want any of the players to miss out on. So if any of you would like to play the one-shot, if you're not usually on Friday, you're more than welcome to. I will get details out about that sometime this week. Thanks everybody for coming to watch the stream. We love you. We will miss you. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Or come in on Friday.
Yeah, come Friday.
Miss us.